Hello, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam. Today I have another Dwarven Forge unboxing. Today I have the Dungeon of Doom puzzle floor dungeon encounter, which is exciting for the puzzle floors and the stickers and all. That's interesting. You know, the weird puzzle pedestals and a few other things that I'm particularly excited about. They were low stock when I picked mine up. Who knows if or when they'll be restocking it, if they're out by the time. Oh. So you get this, and it looks like there are boxes inside of boxes. It's typical. Any of these. And then below the two boxes inside of the boxes are the stickers. Okay. Well, let's start with box one, I suppose. So in here it looks like a few things, including the actual tiles. Okay. Well, one by one dungeon pieces. Make sure we're focused well. These are all just normal. 9 normal and 1 special, looks like. Okay. So these are all AB 501, so these are just a bunch of normal vaulted dungeon walls. I mean, extra walls are useful. Walls are useful. You need the walls. Got 9 of those in here. And this one is a magnetic thing. Sort of. You can't see it. Okay. There's metal in there. So a magnet will stick. I'll keep that to the side because if I need that to demonstrate something eventually. Oh, here's the simplest way to. No, it doesn't quite fit in the vaults. I'm gonna say, where's something with a magnet? Oh, there's. That's a magnet. See? Metal in there. Okay, back to this. Floor. Floor. 4 floors. Just clever. Each square is close to an inch. So. Oh, more of these. Oh, there's 6 of these one buys, so. More of these just 1 inch square that have the wall in it. We have 4 of these bars that will go in the sliding doors, which is actually one of the big things I wanted in the set, because that's 4 extra of these barred doors, and I like those as an option to help vary up like a prison look. Obviously there are the actual prison bars that you can make whole rooms out of, but for stone prison cells, these look great. And this set gave me 4 more of them, so I was actually pretty excited for that. And then other things in this box are these, which these are all new to me. I think 12 of these here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So these, I'm not really familiar with. Okay. So, by default, okay, they do have anchor magnets. Cool. I did not know. But obviously, whereas the normal floors are very textured and all of that, these come to a very flat and smooth edge. Which, just seeing that smooth edge, I'm like, that, you could use that as is. That could be useful. Now, the reason this tool is in here, and the reason it's shaped the way it is, like, I've used it before for the magnet to pull up, you know, trapdoor floors. But it also has pokey end. And there are little holes in the bottom. You can poke through and take this tile and flip it over. Okay, so nothing on that end. So they only bothered to paint one side. Which makes sense, I suppose. You can flip them. Okay, we'll get to that here in a second. In this are a bunch of extra tiles. 12, I think it's 12 extra tiles. Because the whole point is that these can be made to look like things. In fact, I will skip to that. This now. This is decal, box 2. Okay. First off, the bottom row is folded. I'm not a fan of that. Obviously, that makes things kind of, but hopefully everything will come together still. So I'm going to find okay. So here's an interesting thing. These are not exactly the way that they're presented on the image on Dwarven Forge's website. It may have the same symbols, but I checked the thing before, and there was like a moon in like one of these spots on one of the pages. So let me just see these twice. So you have a bunch of just carved symbols, and what could be 4 for this symbol here. We have another set carved symbols and a different rune down there. Here's the moon that was like down here on one of the pages. So let's set that off to this side. We have these sort of marble looking tiles. With enough of them, you could do like a chessboard. See here. Oh. Hold on, this is coming off. Okay, so I got to put back down. Then it might be easier for you to see all the symbols on here because they're glowing. This is that symbol down there. Again, the fact that that was folded there is upsetting. Quite. Because it means if I want to use any of these teleportation or ritual symbols, which I probably do, I mean, I have work to do to undo that crease. And then on this last one, where all of these were different marble, so you got a few extra glowing symbols, I guess, that weren't present in the non-glowing symbols. So, set a couple of these aside so that we can take a look here and Knock one of these out. 5. Okay, so that exactly fully takes up the surface there. Okay, so I think it's the same either. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to flip it. Back here. Oh, didn't quite get it centered. Let me peel it back off. Yeah, a little forgiveness. Okay. So this is the point here. This is what these are for. So first off, that should give you kind of an idea of what it's going to look like next to these. Obviously still smooth, but it can look like it has some texture, and it's still smooth between them. But there's that. And then whatever happens to activate the symbol. And then it starts glowing. So that is the idea behind these, is that you have a bunch of symbols that you can activate to glow by flipping them over. Obviously you don't have to use that gimmick. You can just have them always stay glowing, or never be glowing, and do other things with them. And obviously you can also just paint. You don't have to use the stickers. You can paint these tiles to look however. You can add your own little carving look to them. So you have a number of ways that you can do this, but that is the idea behind these puzzle floor tiles. And now we'll get to box 2, the rest of the stuff. Okay. Another thing that it was interesting, was definitely a bit of a draw, because I have like 2 of them, and this set comes with quite a few. Something come glued together. Yes, it did. But it pulled apart easy enough. Some glue there had gone between these, but we have the passage walls, which, you know, you could use a couple of to get a full width passage, sure, but the big reason they're in this set is because these are never walls. Yeah, and of course they can put next to a normal, same height. So because these never have walls next to them, that's how you can put them all, you know, the puzzle floors all the way up to the walls. So very nice. You got some passage walls. Another 5 of them. They're just normal walls with little metal tabs. Another one sitting in there. Okay. Here's some that I don't have any of. So here are 1x. So for one, I can make a real narrow corridor there. But these a little more space with it, and these allow a corner to be done, and that's where you'd then use those 1x's up against here to finish up that and get back on the grid there. But that way you can have an inside corner with the passage walls. So I had no option for that before, and now I do. That's cool. What's here? Just a vaulted corner. Here we have a corner with a door in it. A couple of 1x just floor pieces. There's another vaulted corner. One. Looks like it. Number 3. And 4. Again, all these just normal walls and corners. Still quite useful. 5. And if you didn't know, there is in these just normal corners for the vaulted walls, there's a little pull accessory point there. So if you have pull accessories, you can decorate your corners. Here's another 4. Just 1x pieces. Glue got a little out of control there. Here. Oh, that's quite hollow underneath. Some dais floors. There's another. Yeah, there's another here. So you can have it just go up and back down. There's a floor desk. These are all new to me too. Just piece so I could have. So you know, we can go up and back down. Or I think the way it's used in this set is for this one to sit on top of this one. Just make a wide staircase that goes up to another level. And the level it goes up to can be the same height as the top of a wall. Bag of a bunch of stuff here. Okay. Ooh, those are prettier than I thought. Okay. So first, a couple of treasure piles with gold coins and tomes and bones and a little treasure box, some gems. Yeah, I got treasure. And this magnetic wall we were keeping here. And we got the runic pieces that can stick onto the wall. So those are magnetic pieces, or the flame trap, which I think in their idea of how things were done, it's in this, you know, the plot of this room is it would come out of the floor when you stepped on the wrong space, which it doesn't stick to the floor. It just sits there because, you know, gravity. But it can also be used as a trap, of course. Like I said, these little rune pieces have magnets, so they go to the magnetic wall, and they're the thing that in whatever the Dungeon of Doom adventure I think you're looking for. A couple just wooden vaulted doors here. With the 2-inch width. We got these. These are more colorful than I thought. Like, I probably only ever saw like this angle, but they get all like blue over here. So the idea is it's like a pedestal, and it does not spin, of course, but the idea would be that it might. So there's what? Lips, eyes, heart, fist on the bottom. There's beetle, fish, bird, mer creature in the middle. And there's fire, crystal, water, storm. So could be fire, earth, water, air. And you'd basically be coming up with a puzzle to match those. It is hollow. But yeah, so similar to one of your classic Skyrim puzzles. And we have here, to oppose opposite options from the bars, we have one solid door for a hidden wall, and 3 of these runic looking doors. Which are the same on both sides. And it's sort of got that stone looking background texture, and then gold on top of it. It looks like it says like JQ something. I don't know. Which sort of runes in there. And those all go to these last pieces here. There are 4 of these. So of course you can just put the wall in, and it's like a hidden room. And put this, whatever, legend of the hidden temple door, which also, when you put it in, I realize, look at how much of it gets covered up. I don't know if there is... I mean, maybe some of the other door frames don't cover as much, and that's why they decorated it, because these can go in some other doors. But and then there's also, for all 4 of them, there are prison bars. So if you want to turn them into jail cells, you can do that. And that is the contents of the puzzle floor dungeon. And so I put together the dungeon as they designed it here. Of course, they have all the stickers laid out in theirs, or whatever. You have whatever different puzzle, and it would be therefore be different puzzles to open the different runic doors. And then, you're trying to get the rune piece, but there's treasure in the other spots as well. Because there's an anchor magnet on that, it'll stick to the middle of that floor. And then this goes into a tunnel, like a hallway this way, which will hide this corner. Likewise, there's a whole piece butted up against this from the next adventure over that'll cover this spot. So that's why there's some awkward parts here. Also, the anchor magnets don't really hold the pieces down when they're holding down the passage walls. So these pieces do kind of get loose on the edges, but is what it is. Yeah, and it's sort of all on a 1 foot by 1 foot terrain tray. So yeah, there's an example build that they give us, but then of course pieces can be used for all sorts of other things. In general, lots of cool pieces. I hope they restock it, but that's generally my thought with a lot of... I really liked the encounter design. Alternatively, I'll probably be just as happy if they come out with sets that have all these little unique puzzle elements and stuff, where I can just buy those as a big kit that gives all sorts of fancy stuff, because I don't really intend to use any of their pre-built encounters. I just like all the small, detailed stuff. I love when I can really populate an environment with all that. It's a lot of what makes, Dwarven Forge fun for me, is all these little bitty things and details. Mostly pleased, not pleased with the way that the stickers got bent in order to ship them, because now they want to... There's a little part of the sticker that bent. Like, they could have done something where each one was folded independently and there was like a strip removed where it wouldn't try and lift up the stickers, but as it is trying to lift up these stickers. I'll try and salvage it. But other than that, very pleased. I'll link down to Dwarven Forge's website where you can pick up. Possibly there may be still a couple of these left, or of course many other awesome sets. I love their line of product. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.